Hello, everybody. I'm going to give you a big Swedish hi, which is very similar to the English, and that's hey. That's what the Google Translate said. It's H-E-J, apparently. So, hey, hey. It's better than my normal Swedish, which is Hugga-dugga-dargen. I'm sorry, that's extremely racist. I'm sure Swedish people won't be too unhappy with that. Meatballs, IKEA, ABBA. That's basically Sweden in a nutshell. That's what, if you're in England, that's what your Swedish things are known for. IKEA, meatballs, which ironically, IKEA also sells in their shops. And ABBA. If you want to hear a good song, type in ABBA Dancing Queen. Thank you, Sweden, for ABBA, I have to say. Thank you, Sweden, for ABBA. All right, what we got going on here? We got man like Madonna in the north of the map playing as Sweden. Going for a starting TP. Okay, this shit just got interesting real fast. A TP start with Sweden. That does mean that they need to chop. They need to chop, so it's an extra, is it 140? Yeah, so they start with 300 wood, so you need to chop for 40 wood in order to get a torp and a starting TP. There's been a lot of theory crafting in the past about whether it's worth getting a TP with Sweden, but generally it's not, because that extra torp is basically a whole ass villager. Especially at the beginning of the game, you see here, the torp, when it starts eating these dead deers. Do people remember when torps used to... I remember when torps used to be able to shoot deer. They were the good times, man. They should bring that back, because torps aren't busted anymore. Like, torps should get their attack against herds back. 100%. Because if sometimes as well, you wouldn't have to send a villager to go herd something. You could just use a torp to shoot it. Maybe I need to speak to Talanis about that and see if we can get the torp shooting ability back. Because they got rid of it when torps were kind of busted. But now torps aren't busted anymore. They should bring that back for sure. One of the coolest skins in the game. We got big Carl Gustav, the Mighty Four. Or as I like to say, the foreskin. Top banter. All right. So Sweden deck does have... Oh, okay. Dalecarlian Rebellion, that's cool. Does have trample tactics as well, so maybe some hackers play. Yeah, I mean, he's got Cav upgrades, so probably going to see Cav stuff. Afroholic, decent player. He is going as Dutch. I'm not sure. I think Afroholic probably has reached... He's probably averages... I'm going to say this is around an 1800 elo game, I think. Both these players vary in their elo. But Afroholic, definitely a solid player. Been playing for a long time. He's a streamer as well, so basic Dutch stuff here right now. Madonna is shipping exotic hardwoods. Exotic hardwoods is making me hard right now because what I love, this is what the channel's all about. Different build orders, unique build orders. When have you ever seen... This is like a risotto build right now. This is like a risotto build right now. This is probably why he's gone for the TP. You can see here the classic 0.5 wood without any upgrades. 20% is going to come in and give a 0.6 to all 14 villagers. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. It's probably worth 2 to 3 villagers. To be fair, when there's that many villagers on wood, that's worth quite a lot. It's literally 20%. So with 10 villagers, that's 2 villagers. So this is like basically just under 3 villagers worth right now. So exotic hardwoods actually worth a lot right now. That's kind of interesting. But you constantly have to keep villagers on wood in order for you to get all of that juiciness. He's getting a lot of wood for some reason. He's not putting down any torps just yet. But this is interesting. Very, very greedy. And he's aging up with the logistician. No logistician. This just gets juicier and juicier. Okay, torps going down now. Very nice placement as well. That's going to have some juicy. Yep, 0.15 wood there gathering from the torp. You got a 0.05 there as well. Each tree is worth 0.05. So obviously there's 3 trees here within the circumference of that torp. And yet, so military wagon going to come out and an arsenal wagon. This is 900 food age up, by the way. So putting down a stable and putting down an arsenal. Interesting. So that's worth in total like 450 wood. I don't know if you get a free arsenal tech or not. I can't remember if you get a free arsenal tech. But okay, so like I said, I did see some cav upgrades in his deck, so probably going to see some hacker play at some point during this game. But exotic hardwood's still worth a lot right now. Okay, as I say that, he changes over. So he used exotic hardwoods to get lots of extra wood there. In comes dominions as well. Interesting stuff there. So he's going to have, yeah, a lot of taught population right now. Afroholic. No, interesting bank placement. It's funny, there seems to be like the kind of historical meta with Dutch was always that you want to build your banks in a kind of wall format, so they form a nice wall to make it difficult for any rushing players. But because of the DE meta and the two Falk meta, like when you do that with your banks, you just get two Falked to death, and like your banks just get sieged because they're in the way. So honestly, a lot of Dutch players are starting to use their banks defensively. So they, they're as a behind their base defensively to keep them alive, essentially. Because you don't want to lose them. Your opponent gains a lot of XP, 700 resources worth. So you don't want to lose your banks. So that's it looks newbie. It honestly looks newbie, but a lot of players are starting to do safe banks now, so, you know. Most top players will still do banks in a kind of wall formation. Like, you could do them from this gold mine to an L shape with the market. So the base building here could be better by Afroholic. Hussars coming in, and I think they're going to kill. And very nice, getting really tight in there. One villager goes down, 4 Hussars. We're at 7 minutes of the game. So both these guys playing super greedy. Lit 5 banks here from Afroholic. Super greedy stuff. Only losing the 1 villager so far. Afroholic trying to find a way to age him. Actually shipping 9 Irish Brigs. I'm sure he'll cancel that. It's probably just in case there's more Hussars on the way, sort of thing. Because you don't want to be idled permanently here. Nice, using the villager to kind of butt one of these Hussars down, just do as much, maximize that damage. Madonna, more Hussars on the way. Hunting dogs coming in, so he's got a market for some market techs now as well. I mean, Afroholic could afford to continue with the Irish Brigadiers, to be honest. I don't see why not, to be honest. Does have Bosniaks, though, in the next age, so this, probably... I mean, he could afford to send that probably with 5 banks. He's going for barracks. Honestly, with 5 banks, I'd probably just put down a mercenary building. I'll just put down a tavern and go full mercs at this point. You shipped Irish Brigs, so I think you can make them as well, so it's a... does that mean you can make Irish Brigs? No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, so 21 vills. Only lost 1 vill, but there was quite a lot of idle time. Madonna aging up for Afroholic. He's almost there. Madonna still making more Hussars. Probably want to cancel them and age up, but he's going to decide to still make more. He's basically max torps right now. 0.65 wood, so he's got the upgrade from the market. Going for log flume as well. Wow, so maybe we're going to see like expos here. I mean, that would make sense. That would, or Savalax Jaegers. Both of them would make sense with the exotic hardwoods. So super greedy. Also going for blueberries. Has gone for ironworks as well and 700 wood. So super greedy. Really, really greedy build here by Madonna. Right now, it's going to pay off for him. The problem is he needs to start massing something pretty soon and start aging up, I would suggest. Irish Brigs being aggressive with the Irish Brigs. I mean, these Hussars could then just run around the base here, to be honest with you. And they should be just raiding here, especially if the Irish Brigs is moving out like that. That's super aggressive there by Afroholic. Super aggressive torps here as well. The Envoy, very nice. He is scouting with it still. So he's going to keep an eye. Always super important to scout where all the torps are at any given moment. You always want to be scouting, knowing where the torps are, and seeing which ones you can siege down easily. Madonna going for House of Fana, native TP as well. This man is super greedy. Cavalry Karas coming in now as well, thanks to the arsenal that he aged up with. Making some bows. Staying in H2. Can't deal with these Irish Brigs right now. I mean, the Irish Brigs do 44 damage, but they only have 160 HP. They do have 40% melee resist, so you don't want to dive in with cavalry. They are quite tough. Against cavalry, they are very, very tough. Got some skirmishes sieging some torps over here. He's got 5 bows coming in. Yeah, and then when they get promotions, they do even more damage, get even more HP. This is not a good look for the Hussars. Only 5 bows backing these guys up. He's doing some nice... He is doing some really nice micro with the Hussars there. You can see he was dragging Hussars away, ones that are getting meleeed. So cleans that up really nicely, actually. I'm surprised he did that well. Making some Evzonies now. Okay. Decent amount. That's more like it. That is more like it. Halberdiers. But yeah, still sticking to his guns in H2 here for Madonna. I'm actually a little bit surprised. Hand infantry and hand cavalry hit points. So that's going to be right now pikemen and cavalry. So 50% cavalry hit points. Pretty nice. No. Oh, okay. No, he changes his mind. Oh, okay. He's going for the Treaty of Clyde. Expo's taking care of that envoy. Maybe. No, the envoy's going to survive. Envoys are very tanky. But Halberdiers doing work here. And there's no kind of villager around this side of the map to kind of rebuild those torps. Top tip if you're a Sweden player, whenever you build torps like this and like this, with the villager, always have the villager in a corner of the map quite close by. So maybe chopping over here or chopping over here. If there was a villager building here, I would put the villager over here on this wood line or over here on this wood line, just to keep it out of range of those units that siege. Because you know, if you do aggressive torps like this, the likelihood of them getting sieged down is high. So by having that villager close by, it means that it can just quickly go and rebuild them. Okay. Finally, Bo's going to meet the Halberdiers and do some work there, but those Halberdiers did a lot of work. They did a lot of work. Sieged a lot of torps down, so that's good stuff. Madonna finally aging up. Again, sieging down some more torps. They're doing a great job here. Oh, wow, just going straight into age 4. That's so smart by Dutch. That is so smart. Because Madonna's been so greedy, and there's no mass here for him. I mean, he could play this out in H3, just, you know, the Halberdiers, just start massing a load of skirms and Reuters, and he'd probably do really well here, to be honest with you. And he could be applying lots of pressure. But that's also a great move. I don't disagree with that whatsoever. Playing even greedier himself. So 5 banks. Straight into H4 with the Tycoon as well. That's another 1,000 coin as well. And look at that macro. He needs to start using that macro, though, I have to say. I mean, it almost looks like he's going to revolt at that point. What cards does he have? That 1,000 coin, though, that's going to allow him to get Mercantilism. Does have Tulip Speculation. Obviously, double factories, 2 heavy cannons. Just insane cards right now. And Madonna's going to be a little bit worried about that. Again, Halberdiers doing work to some torps, being super annoying. Okay, guard skirmishes. That's what he spent the large majority of those resources on, guard skirmishes. Oh, and Madonna just used... he just turned... Did you see all of those pikemen instantly turned into Halberdiers? Now going for push of the pike as well. That's another upgrade. He just used this card here, the Dalecarlian Rebellion. I love this card. Boom, and there's that speed upgrade. I love that card. Oh, that was brilliant. I'm so glad we got to see that. And literally just right now, literally going for kind of bow pike here. And that makes sense once again with that exotic hardwoods. That exotic hardwoods card really paying off here. As long as he keeps villagers on wood, that is really going to be paying off. Veteran sea crossbow coming in, hand infantry coming in now. I mean, he's got age 3 cards, and he's going for that shipment. Okay, man, whatever. Really nice move there. Really, really nice move there. He converted like 30 pikemen into halberdiers, which again is an insane resource. I love this card. Dalecarlian? 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 I might as well just speak in mumbo jumbo. Meatball conversion. Let's call it the meatball conversion. Okay, guard skirmishes, they are going to be a problem, but he's going up against crossbows, so skirmish is not going to be that great against crossbows. Infantry breastplate coming in as well. That's going to be another buff for these guys. 250 HP. Halberdiers now. Pretty insane stuff. And going for Gustavian guards as well. That's going to convert all of these into the Gustavian halberdiers. Yeah, it doesn't change. It doesn't change the halberdiers' stats. It just gives them that cool new skin. So now 43 Gustavian guards coming in. With the hussars, which are going to be able to connect. They're going to be able to get the snare on. They go, they find a tiny little choke point the way through onto the heavy cannons. Heavy cannons getting literally one shot off against the Gustavian guards that have 5.3 speed. Absolutely insane stuff. Look at them go. 28 hand attack. Absolute cleanup. What a big brain move by Madonna. And look at the scores, bringing it back to neck and neck. Look, 100 score in it. Insane stuff by Madonna. Again, look, following it up with Savalax Jaegers, which is like 700 wood. And now he's going to be able to make these as well. So once again, look, 25 villagers, 0.75 wood they are gathering right now. That's thanks to the log flume upgrade and the exotic hardwood upgrade. So that card has given so much value this entire game. And it's all been based around getting lots of wood for the torps, lots of wood for crossbows and pikemen, lots of wood for Savalax Jaegers. It has such worked so well. And this is a really nice build here by Madonna. Still, Afroholic in the lead. We need to see some good micro from him here. But it's going to be difficult to kite because the hussars are going to be able to get the snare. The Gustavian guards have 5.3 speed. They are fast. They are so fast. Compare it to a skirm, which only has 4 speed. The halberdiers are just going to be able to catch up in a couple of hits. Yeah, how does he kite this right now? He can't. Madonna backing up and going straight for the factory, which is, yeah, smart idea, but he could have cleaned up, honestly, here. What does Afroholic do from here? Maybe the age 4 was a complete mistake. Skirm Goon just isn't going to cut it here, and crossbowmen are always been kind of considered a soft counter against skirmishers just because they have that higher base rate. And look at this Gustavian guard go. 36 siege, 250 HP with 5.3 speed. That unit is an absolute beast. Afroholic holding on. He's still got 5 banks, don't forget. I mean, he could be shipping Bosniaks right now, but what's Bosniaks going to do against all of these Gustavian guards, which are murdering these skirmishers, destroying infrastructure right now? Is this game over already? Minutemen coming in. There's just so much stuff. He's trying to kite with Reuters. But these are veteran crossbows. These are good. They do a lot of damage to Reuters. And the skirmishers aren't targeting the halberdiers. He needs to be targeting the halberdiers. All the crossbows. The Savalax Jaegers coming in the rear here. Madonna actually up in score, and he can start making more of these Savalax Jaegers. The question is, like, what would you see? On a serious question, what do you make? Do you make veteran crossbows, or do you make Savalax Jaegers? Savalax Jaeger is obviously a really strong unit, but they're very expensive. Compare that to just the 40 food and 40 wood from crossbows. Kind of makes sense just to keep going for crossbows here. Veteran crossbows do the same job. But Savalax Jaegers, of course, look at that 30 range attack with 2 multipliers versus heavy infantry. But there's no heavy infantry here. And Savalax Jaegers don't actually do that much more damage to Reuters than crossbows. They've both got that 2.5 multiplier. But great stuff here. And finally, we see hackers coming in. I thought this was going to be a pure hacker game. Oh, wow. Look how many Savalax Jaegers there are there. 14 Savalax Jaegers. Does have that Greek Revolution as well, which he could ship right now. Not quite back up to full torps, but on his way there. Once again, look, 19 Vils with exotic hardwoods, just absolutely destroying these trees right now. 1,000 coin coming in from Madonna. Still in age 3, though. Still in age 3. 29 Vils. How many Vils is Madonna on? Madonna's on 36, 29 Vils. So it's just down to torps or... Did lose a bank there, so he's only up to 4 banks right now. No church cards, so can't get those extra banks either. Does have the Bosniaks in, though. And how much anti-cav does he have? He has 0 anti-cav. So maybe the Bosniaks... Oh, okay, hackers coming in there. But those Bosniaks, if those Bosniaks can connect to all of this light infantry here, they might do some work, you know. He backs up. Afroholic saying, I'm not out of this just yet. Bosniaks have good siege as well. Don't forget. People seem to forget Bosniaks have really good siege. So they're a heavy cavalry that, you know, they will do some serious infrastructure damage. Reuters don't counter hackers. They don't even trade that well versus them. More hackers coming out. The Bosniaks forced to attack on top of them. Oh, and that's a lot of hackers now, and I think that is going to be enough to deal with the Bosniaks. He needs skirms to deal with these hackers, and he does not have skirms. Looking pretty rough for Afroholic right now. Veterancy Hussars? Really? I mean, I get he has to deal with all of this infantry somehow. Bosniak's just so weak now. That's not going to be enough, even with their lance stability. Madonna just booming away here, making Savalax Jaegers hacker. There seems to be a theme with Savalax Jaegers and hackers at the moment. That seems to be the meta with Sweden right now. A lot of players going for Savalax Jaegers and hackers, and with that, that is going to be GG. Well played to both these players. Madonna coming in hot with a new fun build, using the exotic hardwoods and showcasing. It's 20% on wood. Like that's a decent card. Obviously, it tends to be a late game card. It's not a heavy tempo card, but Madonna's showing how it did snowball into a huge torp mass early on, into agent with a logistician as well, and getting a lot out of that arsenal. The logistician builder giving him the arsenal. He did use a couple of those techs really effectively. And then we saw like the Dalecarlian rebellion, which was insane, with the Gustavian guards. Just an insane build there. The TP start. Great stuff there. Great showing by Madonna. And yeah, brilliant game there. Village account. Oh, wow. Afroholic lost so many vills there. Yeah, maybe going for the industrial was a mistake, but the heavy cannons, he just got caught by a bad fight. That's all it was, really. And the insane amount of melee damage that Madonna had there was just too much to handle. And the Gustavian guards, who would expect that? That's the thing. Like, who would expect that? Oh, fantastic game. Absolutely fantastic game. Guys, hope you enjoyed that one, and I will catch you in the next game as always. Peace.